When did you first start drinking alcohol?
I think, from memory, my first drink would have been about the age of 16.
It was only 19 that I started going into pubs. 19 sort of thing.
I was 15 when it first started properly.
About 13.
At 12 it was something that people were doing to enjoy themselves. That's what I observed.
Influences, I suppose it's what everyone did. It was about growing up, it was about experimenting. It was very social.
My divorce, that's the only way I knew how to cope with it. But as I say, it's been nearly 3 years. If nobody had to find me, I'd have been dead 3 years, near enough.
The family separation didn't help. Plus my dad drank all the time as well anyway. So that didn't help the situation.
The family life wasn't good. My mum and dad were fantastic, don't get me wrong, but when I was 11 and my oldest sister was 23 months older than me, my mum had another daughter, and then I felt as if because I was piggy in the middle, you know, school holidays and things like that, I'd be sent to relatives in the country like a refugee kid, and I couldn't handle that because I needed mum and dad.
I think I was around older people at 15. They drank. That was my peer group, so I drank.
Do you think anything could have prevented you drinking at harmful levels?
I'd say no. Because of the state I was in, I was determined to numb it in some way. And the drink was so available, easy to get. Obviously at that age I couldn't get it, but you'd only have to stand at the shop and some lads you'd know that were old enough to go in, would go in and grab it for you, give them a couple of cans.
I don't think so. It's just something I had to do myself to find out.
I don't think so, because I was so confused with family life and being pushed around and sending like to relatives and things like that. I found it easier to just lift up a can and drink it.
If I had a relationship, an emotional relationship with my dad, which was never there, so I was unable to talk to him about anything, that would have made a big difference. I wouldn't have been involved in drinking at all.
Who would you have listened to about alcohol use when you were younger?
My peers. I mean, there was nowhere in school, it wasn't broached, there was nothing on the TV, it was just advertised, beer, you know, there was no information, not that I knew of. It was just the thing to do, so nobody.
I don't know really. I just done it and that was it, like, sort of thing. The faster the better. Me getting drunk, the faster the better. Because before I ended up in hospital, I wanted to die anyway. Because my life, I don't want to live really. I just don't want to live, and when it did happen, I wanted to know about it anyway.
I don't know really, if I'm honest, who I'd listen to. I had a great relationship with my parents, and whilst they drank, they never had any problem with drinking. It was never a taboo subject, it wasn't forbidden, it was, you know, just do things responsibly. I suppose one way of looking at it, maybe I would have listened to my friends, but then I don't know, if I'm honest, because, you know, there's a chance that it would have gone in one ear, gone out the other, because unfortunately I thought I knew best.
My friend just recently passed away from it. And somebody in the later stages of drinking, when it's done, the damage it's done to them, and basically they're on the way out, seeing what it done to him, just looking at him was enough, but to have somebody in that state let you know that this is where you're going if you carry on would definitely have been enough, yeah.
What do you think is needed now to stop others having problems with alcohol?
There should be more help for the younger people, More help in the respect also as like youth places where they can go instead of hanging out on the streets.
I think the truth, information, to show at a young age to begin with, show them the damage that it causes, not just to them individually, because kids just ride things off, yeah, I'll get through it, but the damage that it causes to them around them, society, their family, their friends, their careers of the future, the choices that they're going to make, what trouble they're going to get into, and how, more importantly, the loved ones, how they're going to hurt them.
Increasing somebody's knowledge, perhaps being a bit more prescriptive about, you know, what constitutes problem drinking.